Only minutes after Engin Terzi's podcast with Alexei Voevoda, the fans of arm wrestling started posting on social media that Alexei is not that serious or even excited about his future in the world of arm wrestling. So, what did Alexei say? Did he really mention that he's not really excited about winning his super match against John Brzenk? We'll discuss all of that in this video, so please give it a thumbs up. Full podcast link and pay-per-view link of King of the Table 8 will be available in the description of this video. So first of all, Voevoda said that his current body weight is 112 kilos and he feels comfortable around that weight. He did talk a lot about bone density thing, as if he could intentionally change his body's bone density. That was an interesting subject. Engin also got surprised by hearing that. He thought that it was an interesting and exciting subject to discuss. He didn't further question Voevoda by asking if he has done any bone density scans or not. I think it was the right thing to do because it was a very respectful podcast. Engin even mentioned in the comment section a couple of times that we should be glad and thankful that this legend is giving us our time to give this podcast, and I think it was the right thing to do to not interrupt him. Voevoda likes to speak a lot about arm wrestling. He was talking about 5 minutes straight and explaining things well. Professional quality audio, good microphone and everything. And his English was also good. If he does these podcasts 2-3 times more, I think he can speak without a translator as well with the help of the host. So he said that in bobsledding, there was a rule that the maximum weight allowance for both of the athletes combined, including the weight of the equipments, was 220 kilos. So he was at max 100 kilos back then, maybe 102. So that was the reason why his bone density was not that high, because it was not required. Right now, he said that he needs 1 more year for his bone density to reach at its peak shape. When he started arm wrestling, it took him 3 years to achieve that by slowly and gradually increasing the amount of weight and the intensity of arm wrestling that he was doing on the table. When asked about his future, he said that he is not sure if he wants to continue arm wrestling or not. That was a shocking and disheartening news for the arm wrestling fans. He said that he will continue lifting weights in the gym because he loves that so much. He'll probably continue sparring as well, but not sure about the arm wrestling on the big stage and in big super matches. Now, maybe Voevoda quits again if he loses this super match, because he did say that his future will depend on the outcome of this match. Well, not necessarily the outcome, he didn't say that, but he said he will let us know after the super match. So it seems to me as if we might see the Tim Bresnan super match result once again. If John wins this one, then I'm not sure that Voevoda is going to continue or not. He didn't sound that much motivated to continue arm wrestling. So it's a weird situation because John Brzenk has also been losing too many matches and nobody wants to see him lose. But now if Alexei Voevoda fans want to see him compete in the future, then he must win this super match. Really difficult choice for the fans, and this is one of the rare cases of that. So he did say that he's probably thinking about organizing or creating a new organization or federation of arm wrestling lifts. Now, we have seen something like Arm PR started by Engin Terzi, continued by Uncle John. That was a cool idea. But doing a federation of arm wrestling lifts where all of the lifts are arm wrestling related, that's going to be an interesting thing that Voevoda wants to do in the future. And in his prime, in his young age, he used to arm wrestle 3 hours every day for 7 days a week. That's simply insane. That's almost as much as Devon Larratt is doing these days. And he's not feeling any pressure because he's returning to his home sport. Arm wrestling was his first game at the high level. Although Engin says that he can do literally anything, he's that fit of a human being, but arm wrestling was his first high level sport. Now he has to stop training for about 2-3 days because he likes to give himself a couple of weeks rest before the competition. So not training right now. Engin asked Voevoda a couple of times to compare his peak shape to his shape right now, as demanded by the fans in the comment section. So Voevoda at first didn't answer the question. He said that he doesn't want to compare, and then he said that in his prime he was lifting 230 kilos for 2 reps in the bench press exercise, and now he can do 210 for a couple of reps. So probably the gap is there, but it isn't that much. And let's get to the main question before we discuss Voevoda's flex, which I really liked. So Voevoda was asked about his prediction of this upcoming match on September 23rd against John Brzenk. And he did not give any clear prediction. He did not say that he's going to win or lose. He said we'll see what happens on match day. But he said something interesting and something that the fans of Voevoda did not like that much. He said that he's such a huge fan of John that he doesn't even really want to win this super match. He just wants to go there and enjoy his time with the GOAT, with the legend of arm wrestling. Now that's really interesting. Maybe that is because Voevoda already has a dominant win over John Brzenk. He mentioned that John tried something against him, the back pressure top roll move, and he prepared specifically for that, kind of unintentionally, unknowingly, and John fell right into his power, and that's why he was able to win that easily. So maybe that's the reason why he isn't so excited about defeating John Brzenk or giving his best performance of his career, because he already has that win. The motivation isn't there, and the pressure right now is on John Brzenk. But the way he was talking about saying that he's not sure if he's going to continue or not, or he probably doesn't even want to win against John Brzenk because of the respect that he has for him. It looks like, man, if Voevoda loses this match, then maybe at best we have 25-30% chances of seeing him coming back on the table. I'm not sure how rich he is, because at this point arm wrestling has enough money to unretire famous arm wrestlers, and we've been seeing that again and again. So there is good money, but if somebody is like a multimillionaire, then it's not possible to get him interested if he doesn't want to arm wrestle. So that's one thing. So Denis Ciplenkov Devon match, I already discussed that in a separate video. I think that Voevoda is leaning slightly towards Denis Ciplenkov. And talking about his flex, so somebody asked Voevoda if he's vegan or vegetarian, or when is he going to start eating meat once again. He said that meat is not that good, it is not that necessary, it is probably going to harm your athletic performance in a way that he described, and he's happy and feeling strong with his non-dairy proteins that he's taking. And he said that I can cheat curl 170 kilos if I want, but I only do 150 kilos. So what's the point in doing 170 kilos? And I think that was a really cool flex from Alexei Voevoda. But 150 kilo cheat curl while weighing 112 kilos, I think that can be a world record. He's really strong, insanely strong human being. The stories that we hear about him back from 2004-5, and he's still almost that strong even at the age of 43-44. That's simply amazing. So Voevoda versus John Brzenk, 23rd of September. Please mention in the comments who do you want to see to win. Not who do you think is going to win, but who do you want to win. That is going to be an interesting subject in this super match. Thanks for watching. Like the video and subscribe.